Recovery is a process of decisions podcast. This podcast is a weekly revealing of the recovery journey of peer support specialist Trent Thomas. Join him on his internal research-driven dive into what to and what not to do in sustaining recovery. His weekly episodes demonstrate that you are not alone, and what we can't do alone, we can do together. This life is hills and valleys, but we were built for struggle. These weekly episodes are a journey into his life lessons as he fulfills his daily mandate to help someone other than himself. Welcome. The Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. Welcome to the Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. This week's episode is entitled Recovery is Restoration and Elevation. God rewards whom he wants. He is forgiving and loves the submissive one, those that humbly submit to him and place him first in their lives. Submission is the key. Accepting all one's mistakes and asking for forgiveness is the prerequisite for receiving the bounty that God holds open for whom he wants. God's rewards are world-changing. God can and will take you to places you never thought possible. God's imagination is immense. We cannot conceive the bounty that God holds for those that submit to his will. We are forever reminded that God has no limit. His power is beyond summation. The heights God can lift us up to is awe-inspiring. Meteoric suspension and elevation is well within the scope of God's immense power. God is the creator of sun, moon, and stars. The universe is the product of his imagination. Serenity is the purpose, but the ride God can take you on is at a level of exhilaration leading to extreme exhaustion. Mind-blowing and outside the realm of one's understanding. With God, all things are possible. Health, wealth, and peace are his calling cards. One should never underestimate what God can do on our behalf. I am living proof that God is the greatest. My life is testimony as to the unimaginable heights God can lift you to. When you put him first, my God saw fit to save a wretch like me, one who traded everything I owned for the very substances that would bring my early death to fruition, one who was homeless, jobless, with no vision or hope for my future. God was my serenity. I was destitute with no answers for the problems that plagued me. One day, I was presented a question. Did I need help? My answer began my road of submission and recovery. My walk back into my life began by me hitting my knees. I had to bow down before I could get up. I had to crawl before I walked. I had to shed some tears in anguish and wholehearted submission and acceptance of all my past bad decisions. I had to seek forgiveness from the God of my understanding, and then I had to forgive myself. Mercy from God, and then I had to have mercy on myself. My life was born again from baby steps, and just like kindergarten, I learned what to and what not to do. I had to learn that drugs and alcohol was just two of the things I had to give up. I had to change everything, and it was definitely a inside job. From the gut up, I had to start again. My life received a new mandate. My future was rewritten, and the God of my understanding saw fit to guide my path and steady my mind to assist me in making the next right decision. My road back was never easy, but so rewarding. Never would I have imagined the heights my God would take me. A brand new world was open to me, a world of new direction. Giving became more important than receiving. Helping others became my new mandate for living. My God is the greatest, and I bear witness God can and will save you from you. What he has done for me, he can and will do for others like me. My story is no different than anyone else's. I used drugs and alcohol until drugs and alcohol used me. And they did use me until they used me up and spit me out. Spit me out on the street curbs of life. Used me up till there was nothing left, destitute and broken. I found myself contemplating death instead of life. Today, I choose life. For me, recovery is a decision to live and not die, to move from hopeless to hopeful, from downtrodden to uplifting, from falling to flying, from dying to living, from darkness to light, from lies to truth, from empty to full, from wandering to directed, from weakness to strength, from blindness to sightfulness, from rainy days to super sunny days, from the coldness of night to the warmth of daylight. My God has carried me across the threshold of bounty and presented me on the reward stream of life at the end of the rainbow. Recovery is a reward in and of itself. My God, my recovery, my life is in His hands, and I am so grateful. This is Trent Thomas, and I would like to thank you for listening to another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. You can now subscribe to this podcast and receive rich, deep episodes for subscribers only, as well as a private personal email account to communicate directly with me for comments and show suggestions. I also would like to invite everyone to check out my ebook publication entitled Recovery, the 7 Steps to Sustain Recovery, available at Amazon.com. Written for those in recovery seeking a formula to sustain recovery. As always, your inspiring comments can be left at transnetrecover.com/podcast. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, hashtag TransNetRecover. Thank you and have a blessed day.